Yeah, he wanted to meet up, but I just didn't really feel like we needed to. So I felt like just briefly texting was probably the best thing to do. Because I think in person I probably would have ended up more upset with him, and he probably would have been upset with me as well. So I think it was the best thing just to briefly text.
You said you would have to race him a little differently going forward. Would that be on offense or defense, or what would that look like?
I mean, heck, you can't really predict anything, but at least I have a better awareness of how he's been around me in the past, so know what to expect in the future, and I imagine he'll race me a lot differently going forward, and I would say if not, then we'll probably have even more issues. But
here's Denny Hamlin.
At Richmond. Tyler Reddick started up front with Kyle Busch in that front row, but Reddick has separated himself early. 2 by 2 behind him, though. Denny Hamlin in the 11, looking already, trying to take second away from Busch.
Truex way up the racetrack there in turn 3 and 4. The 19 losing a few spots. Locked up the left front tire, I believe.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if it's the left front or left rear. I agree with you, Junior. I saw smoke, and up the hill he went. And now he hears on the 3 wide top with 2 Bass Pro cars in the mix.
Is it 4 wide now as we see that 22 of Joey Logano throwing it in right in front of Ross Chastain?
You recognize that. Reddick has no reason to push really hard right here. So you got to make him take this spot away. See, you cannot see second place in the mirror. So take advantage of that. Reddick doesn't want to get in a wreck early. Put him in a position where he's got to lift.
Great stage for 23-11 as Tyler Reddick's getting ready to come back to the checkered flag, and he's been stingy. For a driver who has never led a lap on a short track, he's about to lead his 70th lap today, and not another driver has been out front. Suarez is going to stay on that lead lap, and it is Tyler Reddick grabbing his 4th stage win this season. That is his most ever in a season. So Reddick gets the win of stage 1. Bubba Wallace, his teammate at 23-11. And we heard Denny Hamlin say that these 3 cars are all set up the same. So they finish 1, 2, 3.
Big points for Bubba Wallace in that battle at the bubble.
I agree. 1 point back there in 10th for Gibbs. All of those are going to matter with this tight battle at the bubble.
Michael McDowell at the 5th row jumped up and made it 3 wide, still 3 wide, but he made a ton of positions doing that.
He did that on the very first start of the race as well to gain a lot of spots, finishing 11th in that first stage. He's taking gambles. His pit crew has taken gambles all year long to put him in spots to succeed, and he matches well with that aggression on the racetrack.
Bubba Wallace pinching down that 45, and Bubba Wallace is leading at Richmond. Here at Richmond, how about right now from the Toyota onboard, 134 degrees inside the car for Denny Hamlin.
I think that's where it starts getting pretty uncomfortable. About 120 to 125 is kind of the summer average inside the car. The worst we've seen that I can remember is Chicago, 150 degrees inside the cars several years ago.
Here's Bubba Wallace in as well, the race leader. He just said that he's been getting loose and it keeps getting worse, starting to get snappy as well. They'll make an adjustment, 4 tires and fuel for the race leader.
Oh no, slow right side to Jack comes down. Tire changers looking at him, jacking this thing up. This is going to be at least a second, maybe 2 seconds slower than a normal pit stop for Bubba Wallace.
Now you have to wonder how frustrated Bubba Wallace is, and does he drive frustrated, knowing that was a longer stop?
Luckily that happened under green. I mean, if it happens under yellow, we lose dozens of spots. Under green, he's just used a lot of time on the racetrack, probably just a few spots.
Yeah, Larson the same way. I mean, Larson is a situation here. He won the race in the spring, and now he's not on the lead lap.
Yeah, William Byron very close to coming a lap down. Blaney got by
at the tail end of the field, and I don't think that Brad gets there. So this is the race. The 48 and the 5 is the race for the free pass when this caution comes out. Right. And they are leaning on each other back there. Man,
literally touching as they go through the turn 3 and 4 one more time around in stage 2.
It's the battle right here. Brad's going to win the stage. This right here is a battle for the free pass.
Bowman or Larson? Bowman has the spot right now. And you mentioned it, Keselowski. Yes, he's going to win the stage by a long shot. A last effort to get in front of Bowman.
The 5, you can see him sideways off the corner, just could not get it done.
So Keselowski, his 3rd stage win this year and at Richmond. As we see it populated again, the top 10 all receiving stage points. Keselowski now with a playoff point.
For the 17 of Buescher as Brad on an awkward turn into his pits. Looks weird, but it's clear because the driver's allowed to have the right rear out of the box. Right front, left rear must be in the pit box. Right rear can be out, so it's legal. It's just slow. So on the top of your screen, you see the 6 on pit road, the 17 in the middle of the corner. So right here is the 17 of Buescher on the front stretch. This one I don't think is even going to be close. I think the 17 between coming a lap early and I'm sure that awkward entry by the 6 of Keselowski is going to cost the 6 a ton of time against
the lead, and you saw it. Christopher Buescher just saw the 11 and the 5 of Kyle Larson, and I think it took 330 laps before we saw that.
Yeah, Kyle on newer tires and just telling Denny, you know, you're not going to be the guy that slows me up. He said before the race he was going to race him different, and that's what that was. Didn't wreck him or anything. Just, hey, I got new tires, rolling through here. I'm not going to let you slow me up. Boot him out of the way. Off he goes.
And I'm not sure. You saw no reaction out of
in and week out as we've got a spin in turn 4. And a caution has come out for the restart.
Daniel Suarez around backwards.
Yeah, it looks like there you see Scott Graves right there instantly going to work on the radio. What do we need? We know we're coming to pit road. Daniel Suarez has got turned around. I think there was a little bit of contact in the left rear.
It changes everything right here.
So
and like you say, it's going to put this in the hands of the crews on pit road.
Noah Gragson and Suarez contact into turn 3.
Suarez goes around the big smoke screen, and the caution has come out. Okay, Steve, now you have so much pressure on these crews. The crews have to have a perfect stop. It's going to be a 4-tire stop for everybody.
Everybody's going to pit. Everybody's going to take 4 tires. You're going to have a perfect stop, or at least a solid stop, right? You can't go so fast you make a mistake.
Hamlin's car is better right now. Buescher's going to have to block.
Under 2 to go.
Denny locks up the left front. He's up the racetrack.
How about Joey Logano? Where did he come from?
Logano fighting for that 2nd spot now. Hamlin trying to regroup. They're side by side for 2nd. Hamlin back out into that 2nd spot. 1 lap to go. Presented by Credit One Bank. Chris Buescher, after a dominant performance, 86 laps out in front, down the backstretch for the final time. The 30-year-old from Prosper, Texas, which, by the way, has a population of 30,000, is going to win in front of more here in Richmond. Buescher wins at the short track.
How we guys? All right, guys. That's the game we can be racing on.
They're wrecking in the back of the field. Cars spinning around backwards on the front straightaway.
Cindric's involved. Allmendinger, we see him riding it now. The 77 also has gone around and Ty Dillon.
All these cars stayed out, got the wave around on all the tires.
And they wrecked for a lap.
Yeah, they did.
They finally had it. What a great day for Buescher.
Keselowski and Buescher combined led 189 laps. They were the top 2 lap leaders in this race. The caution late in this one made it harder for Buescher. But what a launch he had on the restart. This checkered flag moment brought to you by Advance Auto Parts.
when that caution came out, Chris, what were you thinking? Because you had it in hand.
Yeah, it was smooth sailing there, trying to take care of this fast on Mustang, and these guys over at RFK, the 17 team, gave me a great hot rod. This thing was so good, and just trying to take care of it there. And about the time Scott came on the radio, he said, "That's working perfect. Keep it up. Caution." I was like, "Yeah, that's about right." But I knew even on our green flag stuff, we were so strong during the race, so I had a good feeling about it there. So pretty awesome to pull it off. Proud of everybody, because that was a long way from the back this morning, so heck of a race for us.
It was 7 days ago that I was talking to your crew chief, Scott Graves, and he said, we're a 6th to 15th place car right now. As an organization, we need to take a step forward. Are you surprised it came so quickly and in such dominant fashion?
We've had this one circle since last fall, so I was really hopeful this could be the one that would turn the page for us, and sure enough, right off the truck, I thought it was. So I hate that qualifying went the way it did, because I was sitting there just beating myself up trying to figure out what we're going to do from there. But made the victory lane here in Richmond. I'd told you to flood this place 3 years ago, so my opinions are changing quite a bit here, and man, what a day there. That's awesome.
I know it was fun racing the boss. Is there a way to describe to the fans here and the fans at home how much work has gone into this for RFK to get back to victory lane?
Probably not. I mean, there's so much that's happened in the 15 years I've been there. But the last 2 years, last 18 months, just to see the turnaround, new car kind of being a good reset for us, to be able to be competing for wins at a lot of different styles of racetracks, and a couple checkered flags now. Some great pit strategy there, some great pit stops. You know, it's every department working hard to make this happen and get us this checkered flag. We've been talking about this a lot, and you don't get to ask me about points anymore.
There you go. No more talk about points, because they are guaranteed, Rick, to be in the...
Well, I think Kyle Busch evaluated his day pretty accurately. Third place was pretty solid for where they were at. This is a team that wrecked 3 times at New Hampshire, the last shorter style track we saw, and